Hi, my name is Lisa and this is my chat room application. I'm demonstrating it in mobile because I wanted to showcase the responsive UI of Bootstrap. That's what I'm using here. So my application is running on my laptop. The IP address is of the laptop and my mobile is connected to the same network as the laptop. Hence, I'm able to access it here. So this is my home page. I have written some text around we being tech enthusiasts and prompting the user to log in before they wanted to chat. So Bootstrap navigation is again being used, and I can see the register and login buttons over here as well. User can try to register, and Bootstrap validation is being implemented. So what happens is it asks the user to provide the email address, a valid email address. So I will provide a valid email address. Password is also a mandatory field. Others are not, so I'll leave it empty for now, but I have first name, last name, address, and there are values in the drop down for country, state. I'm not using any of the plugins for the purpose. Instead, I have just provided sample data for all of these places, country, state, in my JavaScript. So like in any other registration, terms and conditions agree is mandatory, so it flags an error if you don't do it. Once you register, you'll be coming to the chatroom application wherein you can see such collapsible, expandable accordions, which again comes from Bootstrap. And the message shows up only when you click on the usernames. So I will adding a new message. Socket.io comes in picture and the new message is shown immediately. As you can see, my navigation changes now and my chat becomes available and logout becomes available. So if the user tries to go back to register or homepage, then he would be redirected to homepage and the login and register button will not be available anymore. So in the session storage, I'm maintaining the logged in user information. So when I click on logout, it gets cleared. Just like registration, I can log in the user as well. If I provide some random user which does not exist in the database, then it will make a round trip to the database and check that the user was not available. So if I try to log in with the user that I just created, it will take me to the chat page, and over here I can post a message. To demonstrate that it works, Socket.io works for communication between two systems, I will add another message. Okay, it shows over here, and I have another user, Lisa Sinha 8, opened in another browser, and it shows up here. Now I will post a message as Lisa Sinha. Shows up here. Let's see if it shows up for the other user, Shivam Sinha. Okay, so post a message as Lisa Sinha shows up in Shivam Sinha as well. So this is how Socket.io is working. Going back to my navigation bar, so I can log out the user from here as well. This is what the code base looks like. So my package.json has all the required dependencies of Express, MongoDB, HTTP, socket, request, connect, and the app.js has the requires body parser, the socket connection, disconnection, broadcasting, emitting of messages, and listening to the port. And I'm using a route.js that basically is taking all the user post and get requests and communicating with the database. So I'm using MongoDB, which is available on cloud. So if you can see this Mongo client, this URL is coming from cloud. All of my HTMLs are available here. I have used some reuse so that header HTML contains all the scripts and it is included on the other HTML files as well. Images are available inside the images folder. Then all the script files are available inside script. Socket.js is out of the box, and Meetup.js has all of my JavaScript code. So client handling is done in this JavaScript code on page load, and suppose if the user shape of the chat. So creating of the JSON body and calling the Express.js for handling that chat is done over here. And Express.js in turn goes to MongoDB and updates the DB. As such, I did not base my application on any of the online samples, but while doing this work, I Googled a great number of websites, and I was able to note few of them that I randomly visited. So this is a list of the websites I randomly visited for completing the application. Thank you.